Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about my course. So I'm currently studying interpreting and translation at the University of Bath. I'm going to talk to you about being lost in translation and what interpreting is and why we need it in particular. So this is what I'm studying. It's a taught program, so I'm not necessarily undertaking any research like these guys here, but rather it's about the acquisition of skills. So it's about practicing every day and about kind of talking to people, getting to know what the subject's about. As you may know, this year is the 50th anniversary of the University of Bath, and it's also the 50th anniversary of my course. So it's a fantastic course. You might know that a third of interpreters in the UN are actually Bath graduates, so English interpreters, that is. So what is interpreting? It's the communication of ideas. So rather than translation, it's more about getting the gist of what someone's saying. So translation is the written skill, whereas interpreting is the oral skill. So when you're interpreting, it's more about conveying the ideas in a concise way. So what is a successful interpretation? First of all, it's conveying the exact meaning of the original speaker. You need to follow the intonation of the speaker. You need to feel like they're feeling and kind of act like they're acting. You need to use clear and concise English. And more importantly, you need to be really confident in your delivery. So where do we need interpreters? In conferences, in the UN, in the EU institutions, and also in public services. So for example, for the police, or even in hospitals. So why do we need interpreters? Well, 75% of British adults don't speak a foreign language. And in addition to this, we may have seen recently that all of the Brexit talks are going to be in French. So I'm going to give you the 3 key skills for interpreting now. So number 1 is understanding. You really need to understand what the original speaker is saying. You need to therefore know the foreign language very, very, very well. One example of this is a man came into a hospital. He had an interpreter, and he said that he was intoxicado. So I don't speak Spanish, but some of you may, but this means poisoned. But the interpreter said intoxicated, which has very different meanings if you get it wrong. So number 2 is public speaking. So you need to imitate the original speaker. You need to, as I said, you need to get across exactly how they're feeling. Are they angry? Are they sad? So performance is very much an important part of being an interpreter. Number 3 is cultural awareness. You need to know the country well and its traditions. You need to know expressions, so idioms that are used, as well as the English names for places. So, as I said before, cultural awareness is extremely important, especially for peacekeeping, especially if you're in the UN and you're talking to very important people. And it's very important to avoid international misunderstandings. So now I'm going to get you guys to guess, what do you think the interpreter meant when they said chicken weekend? They got this wrong. What do you think they meant? Hands up.
Hen party.
Sorry?
Hen party.
Hen party, exactly. So they meant hen party. Obviously they didn't know the term. Okay, your lusts for the future. It sounds it has weird connotations. What do you think they meant? Just shout out. Huh?
Your desires.
Desires, yeah. Your plans, what you want to do in the future. And this was another thing. This HSBC slogan was translated or interpreted wrong. And it was interpreted to do nothing, which isn't very good. What do you think they meant to say? Shout out?
Chill out.
Chill out. No, it was like assume nothing. Other things have happened. So, for example, in the 60s, during talks with America and Russia, Khrushchev's interpreter said, "We will bury you." But he actually meant, "We will outlast you," which was very different meaning. So, in conclusion, interpreting is essential for the worldwide understanding of others, international communication, as well as peacekeeping, which is probably the most important thing. So thank you very much for listening.